Yes.
And then it took $200,000 from Hawk.
Yes.
And what effect did this have on Hawk employees that were working on the City Center project?
Well, it made it extremely difficult to meet payroll.
And did that make your employees nervous?
Very much.
So at that point, you have subcontractors that are nervous in leading the project,
Yes.
and you have now employees that are nervous.
Yes.
Was Hawk able to survive, to keep doing business?
For a short while.
You submitted this draw request 8. Did you have any idea how you were supposed to fill it out?
No, I did not.
Did you ask Ms. Steyer for assistance?
I believe we did.
Did Mary ask her for assistance?
Yes, I believe she did.
Did she provide any assistance?
Not that I recall.
Did you receive a default letter from Fifth Third Bank?
I believe City Center did, yes.
Just a minute. Tab 37. 1303 in the white book.
37, you said?
Yes, sir.
What's the page?
It's the other page under number 37. Is there, in the white book, page 37?
Yes. It's up on the screen. They don't want to follow it. They can just follow the screen.
We have it up on Is that the letter that City Center received on November 17, 2006?
It appeared to be, yes.
And is that the first notice that City Center and Hawk had that Fifth Third was calling this loan in default?
My knowledge, that's the first, yes.
And what was the stated reason for calling the loan in default?
The borrower failed to timely remit payments on the notes.
Is that the only reason that City Center was ever given before litigation started for why Fifth Third called this construction note in default?
I believe so, yes.
Were there any interest payments that were due on the construction loan?
No, as I've now learned, no.
Not until after the construction was completed.
Right.
Did anyone ever tell City Center, email City Center, write a letter to City Center that Fifth Third was calling a default for not putting in enough equity?
Not that I know of.
If Fifth Third had stated we need more equity, we will reduce it from your Hawk draw, would that have been acceptable to Hawk?
Say that one more time, please.
Like if Fifth Third had said to Hawk, we need more equity in the project for City Center, we're going to reduce your draw again, would that have been acceptable to Hawk?
Which will object because it was City Center who had to inject the equity, not Hawk.
No.
He said he didn't have anything to do with City Center.
Well, he worked for the project, didn't he?
No, not for City Center. He said he had nothing to do with City Center.
Let's go back then.
He's their representative.
In November of 2005, the bank wanted City Center to put in equity.
Yes.
And it got that equity by reducing the payment to Hawk.
Yes.
If the bank had wanted more equity in August of 2006 and said we want to reduce the payment to Hawk again, would that have been acceptable to Hawk?
Yes.
Did anybody ever ask Hawk about that?
No.
Did Fifth Third ever suggest to City Center, you need to put in equity in order to reduce this from your draw?
Not that I know of.
Did anybody from Fifth Third ever tell City Center, we're going to declare a default because of the leases?
Not that I know of.
Did anybody at Fifth Third ever tell City Center to declare a default because you have residential condos?
Not that I'm aware of.
And if Fifth Third had told City Center, we want that condo out or in declare default, would City Center have taken the condo out?
I absolutely believe they will.
Now, how many buildings in this project were ultimately finished?
One.
One building. Building 2?
Yes.
Did that building fill up?
Yes.
And what was in there?
There was the Cold Stone Creamery and Z Grill and the Anytime Fitness downstairs. There was a Raymond James office upstairs. A business called Jive Betty that sold T-shirts. Another store called Keepsakes that kind of sold like homeowner knick-knack and things. And then the 2 condos.
So you had on the first floor an ice cream shop, a restaurant, and a fitness center.
Yes.
And upstairs you had 2 condos that got completed, but, and then a financial office and a couple other businesses.
Yes.
And were there supposed to be a 3rd or maybe even a 4th condo?
Yes.
Did those ever get completed?
No.
Now, how did the end product of Building 2 square with the concept going into this?
Fit perfectly.
Is that what City Center was intending to create back in 2004?
Yes.
You could get up in your condo, go downstairs for a workout, have a meal, get an ice cream cone.
Yes.
Would you please instruct council to ask a question?
Was that the intended vision of the project?
Yes. No, this is, we're doing the counterclaim at the same time, plus under 611C and Tribal 42, I believe it is, he is not allowed to lead his corporate representative on cross-examination.
Did Building 2, as it was completed, meet the intended vision of City Center?
Yes, it did.
Would Building 6, if you've been allowed to complete it, have been fully occupied as a restaurant?
I believe it would, yes.
Hawk's Nest.
Yes.
Was there also a banquet facility?
Yes, there was.
And when did, that was Joanne's project, wasn't it?
Yes.
But did you have knowledge of how that was going?
Yes.
And was she getting inquiries for the banquet facility?
Yes.
Were there bookings for that banquet facility already?
I was told there were, yes.
And did all this have to be canceled?
Yes, they did.
Was this project recognized by any of the construction institutions for its innovativeness?
Yes, it was.
And could you tell the jury about this?
This is an award that gets given out once a year for the most different, exciting use for concrete masonry units. And we had won this award, I believe it was in May of 2006, for that first building that was finished.
So, building number 2 got an award for its innovativeness.
Yes.
Did City Center get other inquiries about building these same units?
Yes, we did.
From whom?
The city of Portage.
And when did you get that input?
Objection irrelevant.
We had gotten that in early '06.
And who did that inquiry come from?
Came directly from the mayor.
The mayor of the town of Portage?
Yes.
And when did the mayor of the town of Portage, what was his interest?
Objection hearsay.
No? Did you have an understanding of what the town of Portage was interested in?
Your Honor.
What was
The
your
only reason I have an
understanding?
understanding is based on a conversation, of what he was told. That's hearsay.
Wasn't there was interest in what was said?
I'm not asking what was said, I'm asking what his understanding was of the interest.
Well, how can he have an understanding and yet, unless he had a conversation?
Witnesses gain their knowledge from meetings, from discussions, from visits.
That's exactly what 803 prohibits.
Did you have a site visit to Portage?
Yes, I did.
Did you go out and visit the site?
Yes, I did.
And what site did you visit?
It's off of Willow Creek and Central. It was right there by the Babe Ruth Little League fields. They had, I'm going to guess, 25, 30 acres there that they had already had lots and roads put in and the baseball diamond there.
And what did City Center talk about putting in at that site?
Can I show a continuing relevancy objection to this line of questioning? Yes.
They had asked us to put up the same type buildings that we were building in Crown Point at the city center.
How many of these buildings were you going to put up in Portage?
If I remember right, it was 12 to 13.
And how are they going to be compared to this building?
They were going to be identical.
So you could use the same plans,
Yes.
same design?
Yes.
You did 13 more of these?
Yes.
Now, originally, City Center had been created as a single interest entity, just to do Crown Point.
I believe so, yes.
Did that change when you got the inquiry from the town of Portage?
No.
Were you going to build in Portage too?
Yeah, but to my knowledge, I heard it's going to be called City Center there as well.
And what happened to that opportunity?
Well, when we couldn't work anymore, building more buildings here, they seemed to have lost interest.
Did Fifth Third's killing of the Crown Point project also kill the project in Portage?
Yes.
Objection. That is argument.
Even though it wasn't, it was prospective.
Sure. Did the termination of the funding that ended the construction in Crown Point and the prospect for City Center in Portage?
Yes.
But you are, I believe, to admit this as City Center Exhibit
How about
10.
Woodward?
Yeah, I objected on relevancy earlier, Your Honor. Same objection.
Overruled.
After the funding terminated, did City Center have any business left?
No.
City Center Crown Point was gone.
Yes.
City Center Prospect in Portage is gone.
Yes.
Does City Center have any prospect of doing business in the future?
I would say no.
Now, City Center was a new entity in 2004.
Yes.
Did it have a good reputation to your knowledge?
Objection. That's irrelevant to reputation.
Was it affiliated with Mr. Plank and Hawk?
Yes.
I'll sustain.
Do you think the City Center could get any new business today?
I wouldn't see how.
No, not.
It's the reputation now, not being able to complete a project.
Because of what happened here?
Yes.
That's all the questions I have.
Direct. Cross, whatever.
Redirect, I think. All right. Why didn't City Center just go out and get another loan from another bank to do the Portage job?
I in charge of getting funding for City Center, I don't know.
Well then, how do you know they couldn't have done it?
We couldn't finish the one we were on, sir.
Well, why didn't you start another one under a different name? Start a separate company. Why didn't you do that?
I don't believe Mr. Plank works that way. Gonna finish one and start another one.
So it was his choice not to go forward. Is that right?
I would say that's not true, sir.
What, did you talk to him about it?
We've had discussions.
You've had discussions, all right? And did he try to get a loan with another bank?
I don't know.
So did he have sufficient funds to build that project in Portage?
I don't know.
So you really don't know if City Center lost a prospect in Portage or not, do you?
Yes, I do know that.
Well, you know they didn't do it, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. But you don't know whether they had the wherewithal to do it or not. Isn't that true? Are you aware that City Center had signed a promissory note, and in that promissory note it provided that Fifth Third didn't have to give notice of any default? Were you aware of that?
No, sir.
Let me read you from Joint Exhibit 5, page 201, paragraph 9. It reads as follows. I'll just read it out loud. Waivers. Demand. Presentment for payment. Dishonor. Notice of dishonor. Protest. Notice of protest. Notice of non-payment. And diligence in collection are hereby waived by all makers, co-makers, accommodation makers, sureties, guarantors, and endorser hereof. They waived notice. They weren't even entitled to notice. Were you aware of that?
No, sir.
So it didn't matter if they sent out a letter in November or not. They had waived it. Isn't that right?
From what you read, it sounds that way, yes.
Where is the email where Hawk made the offer to Fifth Third Bank to short its next draw as an equity infusion?
I don't know if there is one.
Doesn't exist, does it?
I don't know.
What did you do over the lunch hour? Did you dine?
No, I did not.
With whom did you spend that hour?
Myself.
Did you spend any time with Mr. Beach?
We walked out to the front door together.
Because it seems to me that before the break, you had absolutely no knowledge about financial matters, and then after the break, all of a sudden you became very knowledgeable. Is my impression wrong about that?
No, sir. He asked him in a much simpler way.
I thought that you had testified on direct examination that when it came to business matters with Joanne and the other people from Fifth Third Bank, that you tuned out.
I did say that.
But now, on cross-examination, all of a sudden, you have apparently immense understanding of these conversations as they pertain to financing.
Objection,
Are you
argumentative.
correct about that?
Hold on,
What was the objection?
Argumentative. Immense understanding.
Yeah. So now you have an understanding, is that right?
partial understanding.
This sign that was referred to, the one commercial advantage, I think, was that the realtor?
Yes.
And it had commercial office residential, is that what it said? Something to that effect. Office retail residential, I think it said. Is that what it said?
Something like that, yes.
And the residential, is it your testimony that the residential on that sign was referring to residential in building number 2?
I took it as residential for the whole site.
For the entire thing?
Yes.
Now, originally, wasn't it just buildings 7, 8, and 9 down here that were going to be residential?
That's what someone had showed me, yes. I believe that was before the project started.
At some point, the upper level, the second story of building number 2, changed from office to residential. Isn't that right?
I don't understand what you're asking.
That is, it didn't start out as residential, did it?
It started out empty.
The use. Did the use start out as office? The proposed use.
And the proposed use, when I got done with it doing my job, it was an empty shell up there.
The proposed use for planning purposes, for the city, for permits, for all of that started out as
As one of the
office.
permits you showed me, it said office building.
And that's how it started out, and at some point it changed use, correct? From business to residential.
I would assume so, then yes.
Well, do you know or not?
I'm going off of the documents that you showed me.
Where is the, well,
Hit the power button. Do you want me to unplug it?
do you have your right book in front of you?
Yes.
Look with me if you would. Was it at Exhibit 40? Are you there? This is a fax-only transmission from Falk Design Group, City Center's architect, correct?
Yes.
And it's dated June the 27th of 2006, correct?
Yes.
This is addressed to you, Mr. Keough, that's you, correct?
Yes.
And it reads, attached is the Indiana Construction Design Release that we received for Hawk City Center Building Number 2. Building Number 2, that's this one right down here in the corner, right?
Yes.
The design release covers adding the residential condos / apartments to the second story. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you did.
So at some point, there was an addition made, or a change, to building number 2, correct?
Yes.
And you had why was this addressed to you?
I was the general superintendent on the project.
And you were aware of this change, were you not?
Apparently I was.
Well, were you aware?
According to this, I was.
Okay, so as you sit here today, you can't remember.
I can't remember this specific, getting this specific email on that date.
That wasn't my question. My question was, do you recall a change of use in adding condos and apartments to the second story of building number 2?
No.
You don't have any reason to disagree with his facts, however, do you?
No, I do not.
Turn to the next page. This is the attachment to that email, is it not?
It appears to be yes.
And if we go down on that box in the right-hand column, about 5 boxes down, City Center Building 2, correct?
Yes.
So we know we're talking about the same building, aren't we?
Yes.
And look at the occupancy classification in the upper right-hand corner. What is it?
R3, M, and B.
M and B, the same as we referred to before, M and B, correct? Merchant and business.
M and B, yes.
Now we have R3. What is R3?
Going to assume residential,
That's a change from before, isn't it?
that would be a change.
When does it change?
Currently on 6/27/06.
Is it your testimony that Fifth Third Bank knew that building number 2 was to be used as residential before this date?
I don't know if Mr. Plank had discussions with Fifth Third, telling him he wanted residential in that or not. I
So
don't
your answer is, I don't know. Is that right?
That's my answer.
And you're the representative here on behalf of City Center, are you not?
Yes.
Where is the proof that Rex Construction received payment for any excavation work that it did?
I have no proof.
Going back to the sworn construction statements, just in general, without looking at them. you would agree with me, wouldn't you, that if there was a savings on a contract, that would reduce the total project cost? Is that right?
Yes.
If there was an addition to a subcontract, it would increase the total project cost, correct?
Yes.
And you had various additions and savings throughout the project, did you not?
Yes.
Can you explain to the jury why the total project cost never varied 1 penny?
No, I don't know why.
The last thing I want to ask you about, that draw number 7, and you said it was the bank that changed the numbers. Remember that testimony on Mr. Beatty was asking you questions? And there was a delay, remember?
Yes.
And you were, said that was the bank's delay. You remember that?
Yes.
Could you attribute that delay to the fact that Building 2 at the time didn't have enough pre-leased area to justify a full build-out?
As the site superintendent, I wasn't aware of what the requirements were for leases.
But that could have been one of the reasons, correct?
I suppose it's possible.
Another reason could be that maybe leasing commissions were paid out of draws that shouldn't have been paid out, correct?
I wouldn't have any knowledge of that, but
Well,
I'm assuming it could be correct.
Another reason could be that the bank didn't review and approve proposed occupancy of building number 6 before it was started, correct?
That's possible.
Another reason could be that there wasn't equity and an equity injection of $210,000 for building number 6 before it began construction, correct?
That's possible.
It could be that a restaurant lease for building number 6 was not an arm's length transaction, and it was with Mr. Plank's wife or ex-wife, whatever she was at the time. That could have been a reason, correct?
It's possible.
It could be that contract amounts for subcontractors vary from sworn to sworn, couldn't be verified. Is that a possible reason?
It's possible.
Is it possible that one of the reasons is there was no agreement to build out beyond vanilla box finishes for tenants, and that was being funded out of construction loan, which was prohibited?
That's possible.
Is it possible that the reason that the funding was delayed is because there weren't any condominium documents provided to the bank that were promised? Is that possible?
I suppose it would be possible.
Is it perhaps another reason that no year-to-date financial statements have been provided on the City Center LLC entity? Is that a possibility?
I suppose it would be possible.
Is it possible that there wasn't proof by the inspecting architect that materials were being stored off-site that could be verified and proven?
I suppose that's possible.
Those were all matters that City Center was supposed to get together, isn't that right?
I would assume.
No further questions.
Steve Ross.
Is it possible that it was delayed because Ms. Steiger was busy and overlooked your emails?
Yes, that's possible.
In fact, she did email you that one point, didn't she?
She did.
And I suppose anything else is possible, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But the bank never communicated any concerns to you, did they?
Not to me.
And if the bank did have a concern, would City Center address it?
Yes.
Respond promptly?
I would say yes.
So any of these hypothetical possibilities, if that was really a concern, and the bank had raised it with City Center, it would have been addressed, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Promptly?
Yes.
Could you look at tab 28, just as an example, page 86. Mr. Whitmore had asked you, how is it that the total contract price never changed?
Yes.
Is this the form that the bank wanted you to use?
Yes.
Is there a separate column for changes?
Yes.
So the $9,400,358 number is never supposed to change, is it?
Not to my knowledge.
And that's the way the bank wanted it, at least up until July of 2006.
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Anything else?
What communication did you get from the bank that said they didn't want that number changed? Show me the email, as corporate representative for City Center.
I don't know if it was an email, maybe it could have been over the telephone.
To who?
To Mary?
Oh, were you listening in?
No, sir.
You don't want to.
I don't know, can't say for positive how we were informed of that.
You sit here today as City Center's corporate representative. To this very date, do you have condominium documents for building number 2?
I don't know.
Do you have proof of payment as City Center's representative for any payments made to Rex Construction?
I don't know.
If I ask you the same question concerning all those, in regards to all those concerns that we just went through, the answer would be the same. I don't know. Correct. No further questions.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now is your opportunity to get any questions to the witness. Please write it down, place it in the